Steins Gate, episode 4 and 5. Story outlines.
What was that? No. Do it over. Not for Steins Gate.
Oh, Steins
no.
Gate, I just chose
Oh
it.
no.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's better.
Tragic.
That's better.
Okarin.
Good. That's the kind of energy we need.
They don't know the pain I go through. It is what it is. Okay. So we're bundling these 2 episodes. We're moving nice so far.
Wait. What's your name, dude?
I am Pierre. On a good day.
What's my name?
You are Agent 003. You're... what is it? You call me Kioma. Or what's the other name he has? Alias? I wouldn't know Okarin. That's all I can remember.
Oin. You have to do like a little wave with the O's. Oin.
These guys a lot. His vocab still kills me. Jesus, I can't. Yeah, I have to.
I had some really loud laughs these 2 episodes. He was killing me. He's killing me. I remember when I first watched this show, there was a girl that I was talking to, and it was interesting because I just binged these episodes, and immediately after watching it, I would text her, and I could feel the wit of Okarin, like, rub off on me when I spoke to her. The only other time that happened was when I watched Deadpool. I remember it was like the first Deadpool when it came out. There was I went on this like one date with a girl, and I vividly remember that I was like, wow, maybe I should watch a movie that's funny after, like, before every single date if it's gonna do that to me. But yeah, this show gave me a little burst of wit that was more than I would usually be, which is cool. I liked it.
On my end, this is literally just right up my alley, because like I mentioned already, like shows like Schitt's Creek, Billions, not so much for Succession. Scorpion, yes, A Bunch of Geniuses. I love the Scorpion forever, because he was old English. Those are some of my favorite shows with folks with heightened vocabularies. Yeah, I do. I love those, because as much as we give props to the writers, not to the actors, it's the writers, because they're the one who's writing those scripts. So to keep his character like fueled with such a oh man, and to keep that consistently, because obviously they're going to maintain this throughout all the episodes. But then
and this guy really gets how people work too, because when the way he's able to jump in the heads of different characters, like Mayuri, for example. I mentioned this before. She's extremely simple-minded, and he can capture that simple-mindedness. There's Makise, like that moment in episode 5 when she's on the couch and she starts crying because she's getting yelled at. Like then that's he's putting himself in the headspace of different characters, different genders. Also, what's the one who you thought was a girl is actually
Jesus.
Ruka. Yeah, like he's able to put himself in Ruka's position, Daru's position. It's great. It says a lot about the author when they can have such complex dialogue and such complex relationships bouncing off each other. And you don't know this, but the Steins Gate, it started off as a visual novel. So, you remember a long time ago I told you about something called Danganronpa? Do you remember that?
No.
It was like these kids that were trapped in a school and they were forced to kill each other. And one guy was crazy and he killed himself, but he wanted to make it look like somebody else killed him so that he would trick everybody as they tried to guess who murdered him. Do you remember that? It was a while ago.
It's a fucking sick plot. Wait, is that the one? There's an animal in there, a teddy bear. There's this
exactly. Yep, that's the one.
I actually remember shit you say. Wild. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, Danganronpa was also a visual novel. It started off as that visual novel part game, mix of visual novel and a game. But there's this whole section of visual novels that tell some pretty fantastic stories, and Steins Gate is one of those visual novels, but it was adapted into an anime. But so I brought that up because it was probably written more like it was written with a degree of quality that you would expect like a novel to have, is what I would assume, because it was a visual novel at the start. ReZero is also a visual novel, and the writing in that show is crazy complex. At some point we're probably going to talk about season 3, because season 4 is coming out of ReZero. So the writing in this is it's in a different tier than most shows.
Is it famous, by the way? Are there a lot of folks who watch Steins Gates?
Yeah. It's. I mean, it came out a while ago, but it's definitely in many people's top anime lists. Even to this day, if you look it up on Instagram, you're probably gonna see a couple reels that have like breached the millions of views for a Steins Gate short. But
that's cool.
Yeah,
we like Okarin.
Yeah,
Okay. Okarin. Maybe by episode 6 I'll know all of them. Okay, so it's Daru, Mayuri or Mayushi, Okarin, and Makise Kurisu. Makise Kurisu. Okay. I'll just write these shit down for every episode. But yeah, things are flowing smoothly right now. Like there's a bunch of little crumbs that are presenting on the road, getting them 1 inch closer to finding out what Cern is, which is pretty cool. Like the IBN 5100. Yeah. So that's needed to decode whatever language Cern is using, to mask their conversations from like within, which is pretty smart. Yes. Luckily, Mayuri is able to find out from Ferris. Jesus Christ. Christian, the subtle sentences, of course that one was to Okarin, which he's not a pervert so far. But for her to tell him, you're going to have to play me, and she said, it's okay. It's not unusual for me to take 10 at a time.
I knew that would stand out to you.
Like, bro, where's Daru when you need him?
He's in the crowd.
Oh my god. No, that's wild.
You saw how big and sweaty everybody was?
Right.
It was all guys. Yeah, it smelled pretty bad in there.
This was wild. Oh man. Nah, and the vocab, of course. It's crystal clear that the folks that he interact with daily, it's nice how the folks within a circle are so used to him that they don't even take offense. Like the new hire from his his landlord, when he's making fun of what's her name? Suzuha. Okay. When he's making fun of the landlord's daughter, he's like, "Oh yeah, you're rodent."
yeah. That was one of the lines that killed me. I laughed hard at that. It's like, "Nai, you're rodent."
Right.
That is diabolical.
God, that's wild. But obviously he's not gotten hit. Like he's just you only there's what is it? You know your limits. Obviously, if he can be this nonchalant to mention this guy's daughter as your rodent, which if you really do think about it in the literal sense, kids do munch off of you. Like kids need you to feed them. Kids mostly eat, but it's just the way, the delivery. Nah, you're rodent, bro. No, it's sick. Yeah, they keep it coming with the nice phrases. Like when he's trying to convince Daru that they need to find IBN 5100, it's like the world needs only one despicable mad scientist, and we have to realize our goal of global dominion.
Yeah, he said that quickly.
Yeah.
He was running out of breath, surely.
Like, it needs to be us. Like, we can't let someone else lock in on this, man. We gotta find this IBN 5100 and unravel this by ourselves. No, that's pretty sick. That's sick. Of course, they're telling us a lot about Makise Kurisu. Let me just write them shit down. Christian, what's her name?
Makise Kurisu.
Alright, this will not happen again. Makise Kurisu. She said I will not end up like Dad. So obviously it's a stretch. So it sounds like Daddy. It sounds like her dad was really deep into uncovering mysteries and whatnot, and I don't know, that probably turned him into an absentee father or something, pursuing research, or he's probably crazy. But we're doing 2 episodes. She mentioned later on in episode 5. I haven't heard from him in 7 years. So, yeah. Obviously, this is close, and we can see her reluctance to be more curious, like to match Okarin's curiosity. It's like, yeah, this is hitting close to home. I've seen what this can do, and I don't want any part of this, which I respect. And of course, Christian, he delivered another fucking sick line. He said, "Makise, theories are no more than lexicochicanery, the love poetry of imbeciles." Bro.
Woo. There's a lot to dissect there.
There's I watched a movie where there's something along those lines. There's a movie that I watched. This girl, her character, was talking to a boy, and the guy said, "Oh, Einstein failed a bunch of times, so we can fail too." And she said, "That's an exhausted anecdote, overused by underachievers." I was like, bro, man. Like the same way as in like people that are coping, normalizing failure as just nah, bro. You're just underachieving. And you're quoting Einstein to allow you to accept that you failed. Fuck that. The same way he's like, yeah, folks who are not curious are fucking imbeciles. I'm just like, bro, wild, man. The way he worded that, nah. His writers are top tier. I love his character, and he's not a jerk, which I keep going back to. I love that he's not. Like he has these moments.
Jerk.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Playful jerk. Yeah, yeah. And then obviously he only goes as far as the other force will. Like you mentioned, as soon as homegirl started crying, which was kind of like a Sheldon move from Big Bang Theory actually, because he had to double check with Daru. Like, hey, is a woman crying in here? And Daru's like, think about what she told you in that big breathless rant. Like, I love that Daru, as goofy and extremely sexually fucking driven, even with minors, because Mayuri is a minor. That sounds weird.
I don't think we got confirmation on that, right?
Ah.
She's. I know that. I think the only person. I think we got two ages. We got. I keep forgetting. Ruka. Yeah, Ruka is
17.
16. He's about to turn 17.
He's about to turn 17. He's 17. She's
18.
about to turn.
Because she said you're like 2
1 year
years
younger.
older. Or
She said 1. Yeah, which tripped me up too on that actually, because Ruka said she's turning 17. She doesn't know. So
Nope.
This is so weird, right? So this is obviously intentional. Like the writers of this show knew.
I think it's a writer. I think it's a single writer.
One person? Okay. So but let's A, make an extremely freaking like gender ambiguous character, and B, let's have other people who don't know him or her automatically assume that, not even automatically, it's in front of you. That's a girl.
No, it's very intentional.
That's pretty sick actually. But also notice that Okarin doesn't tell her. He's just giggling in the background. So, yo, she's so sweet. Oh, you're sweet. You're so kind. Oh man, the dad came through with the IBM 5100. That's pretty sick. He said, "You should be ashamed. How dare you put the old man out?" Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, it's hilarious. I
Like
like listening.
he keeps calling her an assistant too, until eventually she just gives into it.
I know, right?
It's like, okay.
Yeah. Hey, what she saw when she opened that closet? She was like, "You bathe in there? You shower in this?" Like, "Oh my god, I'm calling the cops or something." Like, "You're a hostage? Like, you're a hostage?" It's like, yeah, I don't. Maybe I need to go back and look at that scene. I don't really see. What is it that was like? How do you shower with that?
Well, it's just the fact that she's a girl. Like Mayuri's a girl, so in order to shower, she had to remove her clothes. There's not like a door really, so like, you know, you got Daru there.
Yeah.
He just perks up at any little innuendo.
Holy shit!
like-
Right, the space is tight.
Yeah. Yup.
That is, yeah. That's This is light, like so far. It has not been wild, but there are some things in there that aren't right. Just,
Like what?
I don't know, like how Daru like acts. Yeah, he's yet to physically or emotionally, like, yeah, those things have been, as in like, these people are so accustomed to each other that they just know who they are. Like, Daru, you're so funny. Daru, you're such a perv. Oh, Daru. So I guess like Makise is gonna have to just get along with this. You know, just be like, okay, that's what everyone is. But if you take them shit at face value, you're like, bro, this is kind of. This is like I can't find an adjective that's not too, because this is not drastic in my lenses, but it's like I can see how someone can look at this and be like, yo, like, yeah, okay, great, like Makise's initial reaction to finding out how she showers the guys that she's with, to be like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was because I assume you're speaking from like the 2025 lens, because back then, this type of scenario where a guy was like pervy in a show or in an anime, it was like it wasn't as jarring as it would be today, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
Okay. What's the
part
deal
of
with
his,
the?
his thing.
Yeah, I can touch who he is. That makes sense. And then the girl too. Shoot, you mentioned her name already. The new girl that's hired to work at the shop. Suit.
Makise. Oh,
No, not
Suzuha?
her. Suzuha.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of like there's a bunch of just question marks. Like first she doesn't understand. First she's never seen corn. Now she's never seen fireworks. She was literally in this attack. Just stance.
Yeah.
When she clocked Makise, she hasn't done anything yet. It's something she's going to do. they're experimenting with humans. I mean, you can see where I can get with this, but again, I don't have any substantiating evidence for that. But it sounds like Homegirl's a blank canvas, man. It sounds like they release a any. I don't know.
She's an interesting one.
That's
Suzuha.
Yeah, and she's knowledgeable too. Like, she's helped Okarin solve a few missing pieces to this IBN 5100 saga, like finding it.
Yeah, and on this whole human experimentation, IBN 5100, the craziest thing that happened, or the most intense thing that happened in these 2 episodes, was, of course, them discovering the experiments, because they have the 5100 now. They're able to decode the messages, and it's a file, 14 different experiments. It was awesome. This show became a little more global, and because it was not just limited to Japan. These experiments, like, you had somebody from Germany, you had someone from Europe, you had somebody from New York, places very close to us. And the whole idea of, you did an experiment and you look at the records, or like the history, or the newspapers at the time, to see the results of that experiment. It's such a cool idea, and it had this vibe that was really just unsettling. It's just something about the way they combine the music with these really harsh sounds. Like when the woman was found in India and they showed her body and it had this tint over it that was like an old school VHS tape, and then you heard this really aggressive radio static sound that accompanied the image. It's the combination of the sounds, the visuals, and the quickness of the edit that got me.
They did something else too that I've never seen, which I guess that was new to me, and I'm like, that's a good take, but I guess it just made this scene even more impactful in my eyes. Maybe you didn't pick up on that, or you probably did, is the fact that they didn't show you their facial reactions. You're hearing their voice trembling as... Actually, no, she's the only one reading. You're hearing her read, you're hearing them gasping or in shock, but they're showing you different corners of the apartment. It's like... But you can hear them. You can hear the shock in her voice. You can hear, like, them, like, going into shock from what she just said. Like, them gasping, but they don't show you their faces. So, like, there's something about, like, not seeing that forces you to... forces you to visualize, to imagine. I love that take. That take was pretty sick.
That is a great thing to notice, because your imagination can make something infinitely more scary.
Correct.
Than what you're presented with. So that's something that makes books hit really harder, because whatever you envision is scary could be different than what someone else envisions. Whatever expressions you would picture they're unique to you and how you perceive things. So it just it resonates with you and your frequency a lot more when you can't see what's happening. Yeah, I agree though. That was a great choice on them to not show the faces there.
No, they did a good job. It's
and also how they showed you the correlation between the banana and the people without saying a word. It was just showing you the banana, and they showed it to you for like half a second, and they quickly showed you the body. So it's like you had that instant contrast and that instant connection. I was like, oh shit, they're related. So yeah, that was awesome.
There's I was gonna say, it does make sense. It's almost like in Dark Matter, when that's not future, past, it's different, that's alternate realities. You know how they need the drug because their mind wouldn't be able to make it through the other side, the other dimension, like intact, as in the body's not meant in the mind to handle that. I was gonna say Interstellar, how Matthew McConaughey's character was actually able to travel through that, but to go back when the banana's all gooey, the people are all gooey, and just to show you, and she said it too, but or another way, Makise Kurisu, how it's basically trying to cram the brain, the body, through a singularity, which of course Daru was like, when you put it like that. That's crazy. I'm shocked of how not shocked Okarin is. Although I don't know their age, they seem pretty young. They're obviously pretty young. Discovering that A, time travel does exist, B, but A, it does exist, but B, it's been unsuccessful. People have been dying. And the fact that...
shocked.
Yeah, he's like, I need some air, but it's like, and then the final scene.
Off. Yeah, but he was shocked, but
Okay.
He's this very braggadocious, very
confident,
wild guy, It's a very him thing to mask that worry.
It's like a coping mechanism. I understand.
Yeah.
Because remember that when the first episode, right? I was said when Makise Kurisu actually stopped him and said, "Hey, you were trying to tell me something 15 minutes ago," and he laughed it up like, "Ha, you know what you're talking about." How I went on about that, I'm like, oh, that's so cool that he's able to play that off and act funny. But as soon as he ran off, head behind the wall, he's like, what the fuck is happening? So okay, exactly. I understand. Yeah. That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, so Homegirl's darkest dreams are coming to life. Time travel does exist. Was father right? Was father wrong? Like, we don't know. And some crazy shit that's going on, but now she has to come around. She has proof in the lab coat. Oh man.
I love that scene.
I love that it's not sexual, man. I love so much about his character.
Yeah, I know.
Like this man is a fucking, what is it what do you call that? People that are fucking in love with intelligence, not in love, sapiosexual, I think is what you call that. Like people who are aroused by intelligence, right? Like not that she's smart, but just her putting on the lab coat, what that represents. You know, that we are dedicating our lives into science, into research. Every time you wear it, marvel anew at my generosity. Because I'm allowing you to wear this shit.
Yeah, he's a wise guy too. He says some pretty smart things. The wisdom gets slipped in sometimes. Yeah. Like when he was doing the board game with Ferris, and he was like, he said something to the effect of, the most formidable foe is the one who doesn't care to win the game. Yeah. That's very true. In many circumstances. Not all circumstances, but in many of them. And just the fact that he would have like that kind of ammo ready to be deployed at any moment. And he quotes things from history too. Like
he did Shakespeare in episode 4. Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, like he did a Romeo and Juliet scheme.
Really?
Like, oh, you're the one who's in love or some shit. Like when he first met is it Shakespeare? It might have been Romeo and Juliet. Or it was just a love quote. When the guy's like, you haven't gotten enough of me. No, when the girl's like, she can't get enough of me, he's like, well, this love triangle is actually on the other end, not mine. But I think he quoted Shakespeare. I'll go back and watch it. The beginning of episode 4, when he insulted his daughter. Like, you go, the rodent. Yeah.
Have you read Shakespeare?
Of course. I love Othello. Macbeth was sick. Julius Caesar, they reenacted Julius Caesar in my high school. Wow, who was I? I was one of the folks. I can't fucking remember.
You were in the play too?
It was not even like a legit play. Like, it was hot outside. They literally had us go outside and reenact the final scene of Julius Caesar. Yeah, just for fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, homeboy brought a fake blood because he gets stabbed. Yeah, but I love Othello. Othello's sick. Yeah, there's just sick themes behind these stories. Shakespeare. Like fables too. There's a bunch of deeper... Fables use animals, but there's so many... For poems, actually. Like there's a... How do you say this? Le livre la tortue? What is that in your language to you? Le livre, the hare and the turtle? Do you know that story? It's about patience. Okay. Yeah. There's Le loup et l'agneau. What is the wolf? The wolf and the sheep? No, l'agneau's not sheep.
The
fables
boy
use...
wolf?
No, that's a boy. So Le loup et l'agneau is the sheep gets eaten if l'agneau is if l'agneau is sheep in English from French. Fables was this writer who uses animals to convey themes. Like there's La Cigale et la Fourmi, the seagull and the ant, where basically the ant would work day and night, and I don't know if seagull is cigale. Yeah, I don't know the translation. For this particular poem, ants are very hardworking, and the other animal just kept singing. For that reason, it died in the winter. It didn't have food because it didn't prepare. For the turtle and the hare, the turtle cultivating patience, knowing that if you're determined, driven, you can set goals and you can meet them. While if you're talented, like a genius, if we want to quote Lord Lugner, you will think you have time, and you won't make it. Yeah, there's fables. I have a ton. Yeah. Growing up like in Haiti, you fucking read all these poems, and they were sick. Even at a young age, I was like, oof, I love the themes behind them, which the teacher told us too, of course. But it's nice to see. But yeah, Shakespeare did shit like that too. But you already know that. Crazy shit.
Well, I do. I know I mentioned it to you. I need to go back and reread all the classic stuff that stood the test of time. Shakespeare.
Moby Dick.
Of course, that's on the list. Moby Dick. All that stuff. Catcher in the Rye. A bunch of stuff.
To Kill a Mockingbird before the folks take it away and burn every last copy.
What do you mean? You mean that in real life?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a bunch of anti shit going on against To Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah, they don't want that shit read in school. Yeah, you don't want the fucking.
That's a book about racism, right?
Of course, Christian. Of course it's about racism. Of course you don't want it in school. You don't want a fucking white lawyer defending some guy that's being framed for rape when he doesn't even fucking have a hand. I can't. We're not getting into this tonight. But yeah, it's,
I mean,
this
there's a
country's
lot
great.
wrong. There's a lot wrong with the modern education system. So it's
no,
not that
that's-
surprising that they would try to
Yeah.
remove things from the curriculum that should be there.
It's not just that. It's more than that. But sure, yeah, we can just leave it at that. That's true. That's some crazy shit. But yeah, dude, you're for sure. Go back and read all them shit. Yeah, I don't read, right? I'm like, once you read it, let me know. Anyway, short stories, all I read. The Interlopers. I fucking love The Interlopers. You know this. The Most Dangerous Game. I love The Most Dangerous Game. And the Quibi adaptation. I got you on that, right? Christian, did you watch that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Before Quibi
That was
stopped.
pre-time or pre-podcast.
Yeah. Nah, there's some short stories I fucking love. Crazy shit. Christian, I was reading books, by the way. It hit me a few weeks ago. I'm like, I used to read books. No, there was a book, Vampirates, Christian. Vampires and Pirates.
Oh,
As a
no,
kid.
that sounds bad.
It sounds bad. I'm not even a reader. I was 4 books in at my local library. I used to just go and just buy and read. That specific
Wait, buy from
saga.
the library?
Oh no, buy, not buy. Rent.
Even
Yeah,
rent?
like
So
not
it's
with
supposed
money.
to be
You just, yeah, borrow.
Oh,
You
okay.
just have a library card and they give you a timestamp to return it. I
Isn't
used to
that
read-
crazy?
What's crazy?
Like,
The
The
trust.
library is it's like the one place that you could go in and get stuff for free nowadays. Some of the most incredible stories to have ever come out in the world, you can just get it for free. And yet it's probably one of
Empty.
the least,
Least crowded
Wait.
place.
if that doesn't tell you something about
Idiocracy.
modern society.
Idiocracy to the fullest. Yeah. Just sheeps, Christian. Fucking mere sheeps. What did one boy say? What did one boy call them? Theories are no more than lexical chicanery. Chicanery, Christian.
Chicanery.
You know who else used chicanery?
Someone else did, right? Who?
Yes, Miss Cobell from Severance.
Okay, yeah, I had that thought. Like, wait a minute, I heard this word recently.
Yes,
I couldn't
and
place it though. Okay.
Yes, and we just did Severance for folks who want to fucking watch Severance. Yeah. He said, "Be careful what you tell Milchick. He will not believe you if he smells chicanery or some shit like that." When Mark is supposed to call
Yeah.
Milchick to tell him that he's not coming to work. If he smells chicanery, bro. What a way of saying bogus. If he smells fucking, I don't know, that you're faking.
Suspicion.
Suspicion.
Suspiciousness.
No, it's sick. It's pretty cool. The Times. When they mentioned the Times, Christian, I started taking notes. I thought they were gonna get somewhere, which they might have gotten, because it was like, okay, the file which was found is dated in 1973. Cern was founded in 1954. The IBM 5100 was founded in 1975. Did Cern bring the IBM 51 back in their time? Like that's the question that Okarin asked. I was like, I thought something else was gonna come out of these timelines.
I mean, we are pretty early, so
That is
it
true.
very well could come up later on.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of dates though. I think it's probably too early to tell the significance of mentioning these dates. But I mean, at the very least, it cemented the fact that these pieces of evidence that show the people traveling back in time, it predates anything involving CERN. So I guess it's like more just evidence that these people went back in time before
Okay.
this was even conceptualized as a possibility that they could travel back in time.
Okay. Like I hope these dates mean something, because I hate info that could be tremendously useful to the plot that's just brushed away. I hate that. Christian, I hate that so much. Small tangent, because that's what we fucking do here. Do you know Christopher Nolan? That's our guy,
Yeah.
right?
Except for that one movie.
Which
At
movie?
least for me. I know you liked it.
Oh, Tenet? Bro,
Tenet.
You just don't have the attention span and
And no,
patience.
it's not that. It is
It's okay,
certainly not
Christian.
that.
Is it 'cause
just
the main
the
character is
way that
black?
it was structured.
Is it because the main character is black?
I know that means a lot to you, but like me, I don't look at skin color personally. I look
know
at
that
the
means
quality
a
of
lot
the
to
story. Okay? I look at
Christian?
the quality. He could be a black, gay, trans. I don't give a fuck. If the story's good, that's what I'm here for.
Christian, Tenet is not bad. Give it another chance. I gave it 6 chances, and the 6th
I
time
mean-
was worth it.
What was even wasn't it like half the movie was about him chasing a painting? I mean, and it wasn't that like the driving force in the beginning? There was some treasure in a painting or something.
Yes. So Tenet, he dies in the beginning. But no, he doesn't die, right? He took the pill that causes art to stop, and he got revived. Now he's supposed to rescue this woman, and to rescue this woman, he needs to help her husband. And helping her husband, no, shit, even I don't fucking. Wow, that barely happens to me. I watched this movie 6 times, Christian. I still can't tell you the plot. I'd have to rewatch it to tell you. But yes, he had to end up stealing the painting to save the woman from an abusive marriage, right, with her husband.
Yeah, like, see, even just that synopsis, it's like
there's a bunch of it's
compared
not
to Inception, like a dream within a dream within a couple. Like, that's
No, but that's the thing. Inception, even though it's a dream within a dream, it's one storyline. A thief, he's not a thief. A guy who's trying to implant a memory into another guy's head. That's it. As in Tenet, there's just so many different things. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I wasted my time. I watched it 6 times. I was like, I have to understand it.
He wanted to be ambitious. You gotta respect that. But it's
he is an ambitious man, Christian.
He is, yeah. But I mean, it's like, it doesn't mean anything he touches will be gold, right? Like, if
it was a time, I think it was a time. Yeah, he dropped Tenet at the height of COVID. People were fucking depressed. People were arguing with their spouses. People were having kids because you have to see each other. People were sneaking out to cheat. You had to be mischievous. There's so much shit happening during the COVID time. People were dying from COVID. People didn't have time to appreciate that movie, and it was too layered too, which is another thing. That is true. That is true. Yeah, I'll give him that. But before we got into this, when I mentioned having so much and not used any of it, Christopher Nolan, Christian, our boy. I need to stop calling our boy. We've never met the dude. But anyway, Christian, homeboy, directed a movie. Did he write this? I don't know if he wrote this movie. You know what? Maybe he wrote 2. Called Insomnia, Christian. Insomnia. My boy has Al Pacino in that movie. Do you know who that is?
Is that new?
Scarface. No, Insomnia is like early 2000s. Robin Williams.
Shit.
Do you know who Robin Williams was?
Of course.
He's dead now. Of course. Christian, Insomnia. He's in Alaska. Number 1. If that's irrelevant to you. The sun doesn't set, Christian. Meaning it's sunny all day. Number 1. The main character can't fall asleep. So he's an insomniac. Number 2. There's a fog that takes place. Number 3. You think all these elements, a place where the sun doesn't set, bright all day, some guy who can't sleep, you will think the genius who Christopher Nolan is would be like, okay, maybe this guy starts hallucinating because he's not sleeping. Maybe because it's bright out, like he's mixing times. He'd think this happened at 6 p.m., but it's actually 10 a.m. Christian, all of these elements, if he wrote this movie, he didn't use any of them. And it fucking pissed me off. Christopher Nolan, Insomnia.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
so you don't like it?
I don't like, the movie was so underwhelming for the
Really?
caliber, the cast, and the elements in that movie was just way too much and nothing got used. But
Looking at it seems like it got some pretty good scores.
No shit, it got pretty good scores. But Christian, have I ever led you astray except for Tenet? Well, again, Tenet, I didn't watch it. We both watched it together. We both watched it. You dropped off, and I've rewatched it and rewatched it and rewatched it. So I didn't lead you there. But you know what? When you have time, watch Insomnia. When you have time, you see what I'm talking about. Fucking waste of shit, man. Like, it's just, why do you have all these things and not use any of them? But regardless, it is what it is. But again, that's the guy who gave you my number 1 favorite movie, Memento. That's the guy who gave you your number 1 favorite movie, The Prestige. So it is what it is.
Yep.
I guess they're hit or misses. But yeah, to reel it back in, I feel like we've talked quite a lot about all of this.
Covered most of it.
Yeah, Ferris Cup, IBN 5100. He laughed at the end. This is it. This is not free. I can't. Yeah, go ahead.
Last thing. Ruka's father said someday a young man in dire need of the IBN will turn up, and we were just supposed to look after it. And he said it must have been about 10 years by now.
Yes. Forgot about that. That's true. The prophecy. Crazy shit. We don't know what it is.
Yep.
We don't know what it is, but we'll see. Yeah, like in terms of Freerin, by that time, episode 5, shit got intense in Freerin. Shit is not slow here, but it's building. Obviously, it's building, so I'm here for it. But coming off from Freerin, yeah, I'm expecting some crazy shit like 2 to 3 episodes from now, and then to keep building. But it is what it is. Anyway, one can only hope. But yeah, it is what it is. You good? We're good? Alright, it's been real. I'm going to sleep.
Alright.
Bye.